Hello kids! For today's video, Mr. Monkey and I are going to explain the topic of the week and the development of the book pages. Are you ready to start? Let's start the video with the listening of a song, and the name of the song is I Was Dreaming. Ready, Mr. Monkey? Let's listen and sing.
I was dreaming.
I was dreaming of the ocean when the rain came down. I was walking to the circus when I met a funny clown. I was searching for my sock when I saw my shoe. I was looking for some treasure when I found you. I was dreaming of the ocean when the rain came down. I was walking to the circus when I met a funny clown.
Now's your turn.
I was searching for my sock when I saw my shoe. I was looking for some treasure when I found you.
Very good. Thank you, Mr. Monkey, for that beautiful song. Now we are going to talk about the present continuous and the simple past. You can use the past continuous and the simple present past in the same sentence to tell what was going on when something else happened. Remember, the past continuous tells us what was going on during a time in the past. Let's see some examples. I was walking to school this morning. That was going on. When I saw an orange butterfly. So let's take a look at some sentences here. And let's see some examples. I was running in the park. I was running in the park when I saw a beautiful bluebird. Jen was going to the movies when her phone rang. Mike was reading a book. He was reading a book when he fell asleep. All right. Now that we have practiced this, let's go to our workbook in page 52, and we are going to keep practicing the present continuous and the simple past. Circle true or false. Jean was reading an article when the doorbell rang. True or false? True. Ellie was ice skating when she saw Mia. That is true. What about number 3? Were you studying when I called? Was she studying? Yes, I was. Is that true or false? No, it's false. She wasn't studying. She was watching TV. Number 4. What was he doing when it started to rain? He was ice skating. True or false? False. He was running in the rain. Okay. What about number 5? Was he eating dinner when Jim called? Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Yeah, it's true. This one is true. She was studying when the bell rang. True or false? True. Wonderful. Now let's keep practicing with exercise C in the next page. Look and write. Use the past continuous and the simple past. The robin was hopping on the grass when the dog barked. Number 2. I was sitting on a bench when a butterfly landed on me. Number 3. They were walking to school when it started to snow. I was thinking about Hawaii when I fell asleep. Wonderful. Please write it down. Unscramble the sentences, then circle the past continuous of the verbs. The first one is I was watching TV when my mother called. She was walking to school when she saw a kangaroo. He was ice skating when he fell and hurt his knee. They were walking in the park when it started to rain. Very good. Now that we have an unscramble, let's answer the final questions. What was she doing when it is starting to snow? She was running. Very good. What was he doing when his mother called? He was blowing bubbles. All right. Now that we practice the present continuous, we are going to see some new vocabulary from this unit that we are also going to practice very, very well. So let's take a look. Here we got some new vocabulary that we are ready to start. Okay, so now we are going to talk about syllables. Remember what is a syllable? The large words can have many syllables. When you say each word slowly, you can hear the syllables more clearly. When you say the word normally, the syllables blend together. Here is an example of some syllable words. We have the word interested. Interesting. Interesting. 4 syllables. Now we have some other options here, and we can number the syllables. Television, calendar, thermometer, automobile, secretary, and understand. These are long words that have many syllables. Now let's go to our word book, and we are going to see what the meaning of these words are. This is a thermometer. What is this? This is understand. So write it down. Understand. Okay, so let's take a look. This is a thermometer. Understand. Calendar. Television. Car. And secretary. All right. Now complete the chart with the words from the box above. Then write 3 more words in each column. The 3-syllable words are understand. Let's take a look. Understand. Calendar. 3 syllables. Now 4 syllables. Television. Thermometer. 4. Automobile. Secretary. Okay. Now let's keep practicing the words right here. And let's make some writing. Read the sentence and circle the action verbs. Underline the nouns that does its action. The snowflakes are dancing in the frozen air. The butterfly is flying through the air. The stars are winking at the moon. The water is whistling in the teapot. Bubbles are flowing. Que cerramos, flowing over the heads. Y la última la vas a hacer tú. The sun is a smile. Subrayas el sustantivo, el que hace la acción, y encierras el verbo. Muy bien. Por último, vamos a escribir una descripción, hacer una pequeña descripción siguiendo el ejemplo. I was watching TV y vas a escribir tú mismo la descripción. Alright guys, now that we have finished our review, okay, so now we are going to make a review really quickly with the video, Why Do People Write Poems? Ready? Let's listen and see.
Hello there. Are you ready for today's big question? Why do people write poems? I went to the beach yesterday. I love the beach. I love to be outside in the warm sun. I usually swim in the sea, and I always eat ice cream. I enjoyed it so much that I wanted to write a poem about it. Do you want to see it? Here it is. I went to the beach on a hot day. The sand was warm, but the water was cold. My ice cream was melting, so it was really hard to hold. Do you like it? I love writing poems. Poems are fun to read and fun to write. Poets use their imagination to describe the things they see and feel. It's fun to use your imagination. Maybe I can write my poem another way. Let's try an acrostic poem. An acrostic poem uses the letters of a word to describe that word. My topic is the beach, but I want a new word. How about coast? Okay, sea. Maybe cold? The sea is cold. O. How about ocean? A. That's a difficult one. Let's try ancient. The beach is very, very old. S. That's easy. Sand. And T? Let's say tides. The ocean moves in tides. There's our poem. Let's try a syncade with the word sea. We start with the topic word, sea. We need two adjectives that describe it. Let's say calm and quiet. Then we need three action words: rolling, rippling, twinkling, and a short sentence about the topic. The waves dance along the shore. And finally, a word similar to the topic word, ocean. I write poems for lots of different reasons. I like to describe things, and I like to use my imagination. But most of all, I like writing poems about things that are important to me. Do you like writing poems? Why not try one now?
All right, what do you think, Mr. Monkey? Should we try a poem, an acrostic poem? Yes, we're gonna do it. Okay, so now that we have finished reviewing why do people write poems, we are going to go to the workbook in page 57, and we are going to make the review of the units 5 and 6, okay? So let's see. Two of the three words are correct. Let me open up. And we are going to circle the wrong answer. This flies in the air. So what is it? Is the bee? Is the staple or is the robin? It flies in the air. Could be the bee or the robin. Let's circle B. All right. Number 2. This gives you important information. What is it? Is it a calendar, a thermometer, or a ticket? It's a calendar. It gives us information about the time and the days. These hops, jumps, grasshopper, bubble, or kangaroo? Well, the kangaroo and the grasshopper, but we are going to choose kangaroo. This is a verb. Observe, escape, or beautiful. Which of the two? Observe is a verb and also escape. You should look up to see this. So is it a snowflake, a raisin, or a shooting star? It's a shooting star. So we are going to circle. Okay, now look and write. Let's review the words that we have seen before. Calendar, bubble, bee, observe, grasshopper, thermometer, robin, kangaroo, shooting star, a snowflake. Excellent. Now let's look at the picture and answer the question. What were they doing when it started to rain? What were the people doing? Number 1, he was riding a bike when it started to rain. Number 2, they were kicking the ball when it started to rain. 3, he was fishing when it started to rain. And 4, she was skipping when it started to rain. All right. Exercise D. Complete each sentence with a size and a color word. Put the adjectives in the correct order. Vamos entonces a organizar con las palabras de tamaño y de color, size and color word. A small red ladybug landed on a leaf. Some crickets have long green legs. Recuerda que primero colocamos la palabra de tamaño, the size, and then you write the color. 3. I saw a big brown bear in the forest. Number 4. Bali has long, white, sandy beaches. All right. And in exercise E, we're going to use the words to write sentences. Be creative. Balloons were floating over our heads. Aquí te doy un ejemplo de frases, pero tú puedes hacer las tuyas propias con las palabras que están en paréntesis. The wind was whistling in the trees. The sun was shining on us. The stars were twinkling at Earth, etc., etc. Okay, excellent. Now that we had finished our review from Units 5 and 6, let's see our new topic. And our new topic, take a look. What do you think it is about? What can you see? What is this? What is this, Mr. Monkey? What do you see?
I see the Earth,
The planet Earth in the night. Very good, Mr. Monkey. Now, what if we watch the video for this topic's question? The big question is, how do we measure time? Let's take a look at the video and try to think about what is it. Listen and see. Very well. Excellent. So what did you see, Mr. Monkey? Did you see how interesting was it? What if we take a look at the vocabulary now? And let's see, what are we talking about? We're actually talking about the time and how to measure, cómo medir el tiempo de nuestras vidas. Let's see. This is Unit 7 and this is our vocabulary. Now let's take a look at the vocabulary and repeat
868.
the pronunciation.
Unit 7. Get ready. Words. A. Listen and read the words. Listen again and say the words.
Very good.
second,
Second,
minute,
minute,
hour,
hour,
month,
month,
year,
year,
noon,
noon,
spin,
spin,
orbit,
orbit,
time zone,
time zone,
multiply.
multiply. All right, perfect. Now that we have seen the vocabulary, let's go to page 59 and let's practice with our workbooks. Ready? Okay, you see right here. I'm gonna fix up the page. Good. In page 59, we're gonna read and number the vocabulary. This is an exercise that you can do by yourself. For example, number 1, which one is it? Which one is number 1? What is this? Is a time zone. Very good. It's a time zone. So we write it down here. Time zone is 9. And you write the number. And what is this one? This is an orbit. Very good. Si quieres volver a ver el video, lo puedes pausar, devolverte al vocabulario y revisar si te quedó bien. This one is number 8. Y el resto los vas a hacer tú solitos mirando el vocabulario que acabamos de mirar. Y vas a colocar los números al frente de cada palabra. All right, very good. Now let's circle the correct answer. July is my favorite what? Minute, second, or month of the year? Correct, month. July is a month. Number 2, the planets multiply, orbit, or spin around the sun. Orbit. Correct. What about number 3? Sydney is in a different time zone, year, or hour. Very good. Time zone. There are, in an hour, months, seconds, or minutes? Correct. Minutes. All right. Now let's go to exercise C. Complete the text with the correct form of the words. There are 60 minutes in an hour. How many seconds are there in a minute? There are 60. How can we calculate the number of seconds in an hour? We multiply 60 times 60 to get the answer. So there are 3,600 seconds in an hour. There are 30 or 31 days in most months. How many months are there in a year? Yes, there are 12. Does anyone know how many time zones there are? There are 24 time zones, one of each hour of the day. When it's noon in New York, what time is it in California? Yes, it is 9 a.m. It's time for math class. All right. And we had finished our vocabulary from time around the world. Now remember to practice every day, and I'll see you back in class next time. Say goodbye, Mr. Monkey. Bye-bye, kids. See you next class.